Hello everyone, it's Beauty by Chuchi here. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to achieve this rose gold smoky eye with a nice soft lip. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, please keep on watching. The first step in today's look is primer. I'm going to be using a combination of two primers, nothing you haven't seen before. The first one is the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, and I'm just going to put that all over the face. And then I'm going to go into my T-zone and under eye area with the Benefit Porefessional Primer. For lids today, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, the anti-aging one. I'm going to apply that to my lids all the way up to the brows, on the inner corner and also on the lower lash line, because we are going to be applying shadow there and smoking it out. Then I'm going to go in with my NYX Dark Circle Concealer and try to conceal some of the darkness I have in my under eye area. To highlight and conceal at the same time, I'm going to use my favorite concealer ever, the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. So I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes and on the bridge of my nose, up on my forehead in the center. I'm also going to apply that underneath my nose and around it and on my chin, on the bottom of my jawline, the brow bone area, and on my lids to act as an extra primer. You're gonna end up looking a little crazy, but that's okay. Then I'm going to start blending it out underneath my eyes with my finger. It's so easy to blend out. I absolutely love this concealer and the coverage is amazing. And then I'm going to also use my finger to blend that out on my lids and brow bone area. And then for the rest of the face, I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend that out. Make sure that when you're using the beauty blender, you are pressing that product into your skin and not swiping. That way you'll get the most flawless finish and the most coverage out of your product. Next, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Coverall press powder on my under eye area and where I applied concealer. In the under eye area, I'm going to first pat that out with my finger and then apply the powder, because you don't want to set any creases that might be in your under eye area. So pat it out first, and then I'm just going to use a powder brush to apply that to the other areas that I applied concealer. For contouring, I'm going to try a cream contour with the NYX Mineral Stick Foundation, and I'm just going to apply that in all the areas that I want to contour. I'm using the shade Caramel for a nice, soft, natural contour, but I do go over it later on with some powders to set it. To blend this out, I'm going to use a damp e.l.f. small stippling brush. First, I just push or pat the product into my skin, and then I'm going to use small upwards circular motions to blend it out on my cheekbones, and then circular motions to blend it out all over the face. When it comes to blending out that product in your jawline area, you're going to do the same thing, tap it into the skin, and then use small circular motions to blend it out. But don't forget to drag that product down your neck so that your face and your neck match in color. To blend out my nose contour, I just flattened out that stippling brush a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal True Match powder and a powder brush, and I'm just going to set that cream contour in place and add a little bit more color and warmth to the face. Then to chisel out the cheekbones a little bit more, I'm going to use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer and my MUA Professional contour brush. First, I'm just going to pat the product on, and then I'm going to use small upward circular motions again to blend that out. I'm also going to go over all of the other areas that I contoured with that powder, but very lightly, just so that everything matches up in color. To clean things up a bit, I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Translucent, and with a regular cosmetic sponge, I'm just going to pack that on pretty heavily underneath the contour of my cheekbones. And I'm also going to apply that a little bit in the under eye area, also in the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on the chin as well. Now to start on the eyes, I'm going to use a Japanese blending brush and my Sephora Desert Sunset palette. I'm going to pick up this pale pink color right here, and I'm going to place that in my crease all the way up to my brows to set that area and make it easier to blend out. Then I'm going to go in with a more muted purple, and I'm going to start working that into my crease. You want to really focus a lot of that product on the outer corner, but you are going to drag it into the crease and also place that on the inner corner as well to create a more halo effect. Then to add a little bit more dimension to the crease area, I'm going to use the same blending brush with some of my L'Oreal True Match powder, and I'm going to place this product in my crease as well, making sure to blend it up slightly above the muted purple eyeshadow that we already have in the crease. I'm going to go back into the crease with a smaller crease brush. Mine is by MUA Professionals. I'm going to pick up this medium brown shimmery shade, and I'm going to place that in my crease as well. All of these shadows, you want to focus on the outer and inner corner of the eye to create a halo effect. And with whatever product is left, you want to drag that in through your crease, and don't forget to fan it out towards the tail of your brow. I'm going to do the same thing with my Japanese blending brush and this deeper, darker brown shimmery shade. I'm going to start at the outer corner of the eye and really pack that color on, and then I'm going to work my way through the crease to the inner corner of the eye. Now for the center of the lid, I'm going to use my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and the NYX glitter primer, and I'm just going to pat that onto the center of the lid to prep for the glitter that we are going to apply. I'm going to use a damp Sonia Kashuk 106 brush and the NYX Face and Body glitter in the shade Rose. I just tap some out onto the lid and then pick it up with my brush. You're going to want to start pretty low towards the base of your lashes and slowly work your way up. You don't want this glitter in your crease. You're going to want it to end slightly below your crease area. I did apply my liner off camera, but I just used my Maybelline gel liner and my Japanese angled liner brush. And then I'm going to go in with this deeper, more prominent purple shade. And I'm going to use my Japanese smudger brush to heavily pack that on 1/3 of the way in on the lower lash line. With no additional product on my brush, I'm just going to drag that color in a little bit more towards the center of my lower lash line, making sure to keep the inner part, the inner third, bare. Next, I'm going to pick up these two colors right here with my Bare Minerals concealer brush, and I'm just going to use that as a base for my inner corner highlight. Now I'm going to use my Jessie's Girl Pure Pigment Eye Dust in the shade Rose on my 106 Sonia Kashuk brush, and I'm going to place that on the inner third of my lower lash line as well as on my inner corner, and I'm also going to drag that up just a little bit on the inner part of my eyelid. Going into this BH Cosmetics palette that my friend Rachel let me borrow, I'm going to use a precision smudger brush to pick up this reddish pinkish neon shade, and I'm going to apply that to my lower lash line. I'm not mixing that with the purple that we already have applied. I'm just going to put it right underneath that and drag it down to smoke it out just a bit. For my eyebrows, I did that off camera, but I did use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony, per usual. And then I'm going to prep my natural lashes by curling them and applying mascara to both my top and bottom lashes. The falsies that I'm going to be using today are the Andrea strip lashes in the number 45. I love these lashes. They're pretty natural to me, just a little bit longer, but I wanted to use them so that the glitter would really shine through. Next, I'm going to use a gold glitter liner to brighten things up just a bit more. I'm going to apply that to the inner third of the lower lash line, the inner corner, and a little bit right in the center center of the lower lash line just to really open up the eyes and make them pop. For my highlighters, I'm going to do the same thing that I always do and dip into my NYX Butt Naked Underneath It All palette with my Real Technique setting brush and pick up a mixture of all three highlighters. I place that on the highest points of my cheekbones, a little bit right over the arch of the brow, in the center of the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, my cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin as well. And I forgot to show you, but I did use the third and fourth blush in the palette for my blush, and I just applied that with a big powder brush. Next, for the lips, I use a combination of 3 lip liners by Jordana. I'm going to outline my lips with the shade Rock and Rose, and I do overline them ever so slightly. I like to keep it natural, but just overline them just a little bit for a bit of a fuller pout effect. So I use the shade Rock and Rose to do that. Next, I'm going to go in with the lip liner in the shade Tawny, and I'm just going to fill in the lips a little bit more, but not all the way because I'm going to leave space for the third lip liner. So again, I'm just going in with the shade Tawny and just filling things in just a little bit, but leave the center of the lips bare. Now I'm just going to go in with the lip liner in the shade Rose Crush and just fill in the rest of the open space on my lips. To finish off the lips, I'm going to use my Kat Von D lipstick in the shade Celebrity and just add a little bit of that to the center of the lips just to give a more full effect. Now I'm going to use my brow wiz to enhance the beauty mark on the side of my lip just because it does tend to get lost behind the makeup and I love the way it looks, so I like to bring it back to life. When I'm done with that, I'm going to set everything in place with a setting spray. I'm using the one by NYX, and it is their matte finishing spray. And I do cover my eyes so that my mascara doesn't transfer. I'm going to go back into that BH palette after the setting spray dries, and I'm going to pick up that same reddish pinkish neon shade on the same precision smudger brush, and I'm going to add that to the outer corner of the lid just to tie everything together and pull the look together. I just felt like it was missing something, so I just wanted to add a little bit more just to balance everything out. And then I'm just going to use a clean blending brush and just blend everything together. Alright everyone, so this wraps up our rose gold smoky eye with a nice soft lip. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had so much fun creating this look for you guys. I wanted to create something dramatic with a pop of color and keep it very wearable at the same time. So thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share, do what you have to do, and thank you again for all of your support. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, I'll see you soon.